Alright, white dots. Alright, this. What about this guy? Okay, 111, that should be really easy. Just get the entangle on him. Spellbook swap, hold down 1 here. And this should be almost guaranteed. I really doubt this guy has like 84 agility for the shortcut. Just going for the quick kill. Okay, he prayed through some of it. That's not a big deal though. Oh shit, I'm totally blocked. Is it just this? It can't be just this one guy. He's probably looking for his friends just to freeze him. Is there more? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, just freeze as many people as possible before they realize what's going on. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. God damn it. How many is there? Holy shit, there's no way I'm gonna live this. There's no way. But I guess they don't have anything to freeze me with, so that's good. Alright, I got a lot of them, but holy shit, there's still a lot more coming. Oh my god, oh my god. What should I do? Should I just keep running south, I guess? I'm teleblocked, I can't really go anywhere. Do I have a gap on this guy already? Put on the staff. And can we log out, please? Please, please, please. Yes. Oh my god. Holy shit. How did I escape there? So many people. Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew, and today we're back with a new video. Got a ton of PK clips to get through. Definitely not even going to be able to get through all of them, but I did want to put a video up to show some of these and give some updates on what's going on. So there's actually a lot of positivity right now. I just finished my fall semester, which is really, really nice. This was probably the hardest semester I've ever had to take. I had to take chemistry and biology for this semester, and the chemistry wasn't bad. It's non-science majors chemistry, so it really is not that hard, but it does require plenty of studying, and the biology was extremely difficult. It's a class that, like, the test averages for the class are like in the low 60s, so it really took up so much of my time, and the fact that it's all over is super, super nice, and I think it went well as well, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I do have another semester in the spring. It shouldn't be nearly as hard. I am taking statistics, which I imagine is somewhat of a hard class, but my other classes shouldn't really be too difficult. And then I graduate with my environmental studies degree. So that's kind of what's going on in real life. And as for right now, I actually have like 4 weeks off between semesters, which is really, really nice. This is definitely something I could use. I'll definitely have plenty of time to play old school again during the break, which I'm super looking forward to. Um, Other things with the wrist is not still the right wrist. If you guys missed the last video, I mentioned I've been kind of slowly recovering from a more chronic injury to my right wrist, and it's actually a lot better. It's not 100% yet, so I might kind of still just play left-handed as I've been doing for the first week of the break at least, and see how it goes from there. But it doesn't really matter. I have a lot of things I could do that doesn't really matter which hand I use. Obviously, I'm right-handed, so it's better to play right-handed when I can. But I do have some skilling goals that I want to get around to. Maybe they're a little ambitious. I want to do the Wilderness Elite Diary for a couple reasons. You get the free access to the resource arena or area, which is really nice when PKing. It saves you an inventory spot, and also people can just spam going in and out of that place. And if you don't have it and you have to pay every time, that can add up kind of quick, or at least make you waste an inventory space, really is the main thing. Other things regarding that is it's definitely high requirements. You have to get mining up quite a bit, so that might be a bit of motherload mine. I might not do that all at once, and also smithing. I've never actually tried the blast furnace. I'm pretty sure, yeah, definitely blast furnace, not blast mine. I'm not sure how easy it is. It looks pretty easy, although you can't AFK it, but I'm willing to commit some money to smithing if that's what it's going to take to get 90 or something that you need for that. The other thing, and you're going to see this a little bit in this video, is the shortcut in the Revenant Cave is really odd. It requires 89 agility, and I actually don't think it should be that high if I was to design it. Like, Revenants should be mid-level content, and there's an agility shortcut that requires 89 agility. That's pretty nuts. Obviously, you can boost to 89 from 84, and right now I'm level 81. I actually did some agility earlier in the week. I finished up 80 to 81, so I think I'll be doing 81 to 84 soon, but agility is definitely not my favorite skill, and yeah, but I think it's worth it. Anytime I'm going to be in the Revenant Caves, that's a really important escape. I'm not going to kill too many Revenants, and I'm probably not going to do much PKing at Revenants either, but it is a nice thing to have, and higher agility is always nice to have just for the faster run energy. As far as the PKing clips go in this video, there's lots to talk about. This was the only clip I really have of killing a person who was killing the demons. It's kind of hard to find them, but during release you could find a few of them. Unfortunately, most of them don't risk a lot. Some of them do, actually. Some of them risk like a full Mystics. But there's a couple things to talk about. You may notice I'm using the Aram staff, and that actually gives a 5% damage boost to Mage, which is really, really nice, and a good Mage bonus as well. And it's also one-handed, and that was a kind of recent update, so it's kind of the meta now for PKing. If you're not going to want to risk a ton, it gives a really good bonus in terms of, you know, accuracy and damage. But yeah, not much loot from this guy, but a pretty decent effort from him to try to escape, but it was futile. So one thing I decided to do is actually get more God Capes after the last video. I decided to go get the Zamorak and Guthix one. And what I realized and what people pointed out in the comments is it's actually really easy to get the capes back. All you have to do is kill one demon, or if you just want the other capes, you kill one demon of their like respective god. So even if you lose all your capes, to get one back, all you have to do is just go in the wilderness, kill one demon, bring the heart back. Doesn't even matter which one it is because they all have the same stats, even though some of them look better than others. And yeah, you can get them back really easy, and you can get the other two capes really easy from just killing two more demons. So I probably will PK with the God Capes quite a bit because of this. It would definitely be harder to get the capes back if you didn't have the Twisted Bow, because the Twisted Bow makes the fights very easy, or at least much easier, especially if you're just only killing one at a time. But yeah, so the Twisted Bow kind of adds a weird element where you can actually risk these capes pretty, like, without much fear, because it's very easy to get them back, whereas killing these fuckers with God spells can be quite a pain from what I understand. But yeah, I got all three capes, and that's very nice to have. I think I show it here, and yeah, I even had two Sarah capes at this point, or at least at some point, but I did lose one, which you might see in this video. But yeah, it definitely is not very hard to get all three capes, or to get them back when you lose them. So of course a lot of my PKing is on the 2K worlds. I'm almost 2100 total now. Still have to make that skilling video. I will get around to that eventually, maybe this break. But yeah, so on the 2K worlds, there's usually, you're not going to run into big teams, which is really nice, so you can PK and multi without as much fear as normal. But one thing I decided to try to do is actually go PKing with the God spells. The God spells are really my favorite spells in the game. They're so cool how they're, you know, based on the three gods, they all have their effects. The Zamorak spell lowers your opponent's mage level, which is really nice for hitting with more accuracy when their mage is reduced. Also, it's really nice in things like Dead Man mode, where you can hit someone's mage level down and they won't be able to cast their spells anymore, so they're kind of screwed. So that's a really cool mechanic. Also, the Guthix spell lowers their defense, which is pretty useless, honestly, and then the Saradomin Strike spell reduces their prayer point by 1 every time it hits, which unfortunately has been associated with DDoSing, because that's what people do when they DDoS you, is they start to get your prayer down, which is really sad. But yeah, I tried PKing with these spells, and it's just almost impossible as a main. I really do think the normal spellbook needs some sort of a buff. I mentioned in my last video that unfortunately the pull to make Entangle actually work, not be halved by Prey Mage, failed in normal RuneScape, but also the spells themselves do kind of need a buff, or at least the staves. There's two things. For one, the staves themselves only have a mage bonus of +6, which is really dumb because you can go buy an air staff for like 500 GP from an NPC shop, and that has a mage bonus of +10. And you could also auto-cast a lot of spells with that. And for some reason, you can't auto-cast the god spells with the god staves. You can auto-cast Flames of Zamorak with the Staff of the Dead, and you could auto-cast the Claws of Guthix with the Void Knight Mace, but you're not going to want to risk those often for these spells. So really, I had a very interesting conversation with Mod Ash about this on Twitter, which I'll show a little bit of. He basically agreed that, yeah, it would make sense for them to have a higher mage bonus, and I didn't suggest it, but maybe they could have a little bit of a prayer bonus too. But I also asked, why don't these spells have an autocast? Autocast is very useful. Like when you log in, it's very quick. It's very nice to be able to just click attack on someone to damage them quickly, or for PVM purposes, it's very nice for them to have autocast. But why don't they? And of course, Saradomin Strike, there's no way to autocast that because there isn't a staff in the game that can. And what we actually determined, and I figured this out, is that most likely because it's difficult to develop an autocast feature in old school RuneScape. When the developers designed the god spells in like 2003 or 2004, they probably were just a little bit lazy, because it would have taken so much development time to develop an autocast feature for 3 separate stabs because it would have had to be done individually, so they probably just didn't do it. It's not like it's a balance thing that they don't have an autocast. It's more of just it was probably inconvenient to develop it at the time, which is a really interesting thing. And basically, Modash said that it would be a lot easier to develop it now, so they might actually be able to look into doing it. And I don't think it would be a buff to the spells. I think it would just be a really necessary quality of life that should have been there in the first place. Just a really interesting thing to think about. So I guess this video kind of turned into a PKing vlog. We didn't really get through a fraction of the clips I have. I mean, this video could be another hour or so if I wanted to, if I just wanted to spend all that editing time. But I guess it'll wait for another video. I can definitely make another video dedicated to PKing, although we'll probably look at another topic for the next video, just so it doesn't get redundant. I actually do have a lot of clips recorded of the giant mole with the twisted bow, which I can show you guys and talk quite a bit about, and how that's actually one of the better money makers in the game for that level of like basic equipment. Obviously the twisted bow is extremely expensive. Luckily with the twisted bow I got very lucky with the price. Some of you guys may remember with the Ellie I bought it for 565 mil, and now the Ellie is like 300, or actually I don't have the Ellie anymore, but I sold it for like 320 or something along those lines. So I lost a fuck ton of money on the Ellie price crashing shortly after I bought it. But with the twisted bow I bought it for like 975 and now it's like 1075, so we made up a little bit of money in that sense. But again, don't worry too much about the prices of your items, as I always like to say. But yeah, so definitely a lot more planned there. I also probably could go for the Dagonoth Kings with the twisted bow, but I would have to, if I wanted to grind it, because I don't really get Dagonoth Slayer tasks anymore because I'm already 99, I would probably want to do the Fremnik Elite Diary, which would give me the noted Dagonoth bones, which would make it way more worthwhile to camp. Obviously the main thing I want is the pet, but having like a mill or two an hour on the side with the rings and bones combined is something that could be really, really nice. But otherwise, yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Please let me know if you have any suggestions or feedback in the comments. You can like this video if you enjoyed. That always helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm and such. And also, you can join the clan chat, AndrewAJT62. Still plenty of people in there, which is surprising because I haven't been too active, but glad to see that people are sticking around. And definitely when I get home in a few days, I still have to drive down to Long Island, which is a very long drive from upstate New York, and run some errands once I actually get down there. But once I start being active again, I'll definitely be on. And yeah, otherwise you can follow me on Twitter down below, follow me on Twitch down below. We'll try to get a boss mass in over the break. I think that seems realistic. I don't know what boss mass will be next, but we'll have to pick one for sure. Maybe Dagonoth Kings would actually be a fun one. And if you really want, you can support us on Patreon down below as well. And that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much. I love you all, and we will see you in the next video. Oh, and I forgot to mention Discord. Join the Discord down below, and have a good one.